Hey YouTube, I'm back with our final recap video of our game of 1914. And as you can see from the map, we have ourselves a Central Powers victory. We played after the writing was on the wall for a couple turns, but we played till round 21. As you can see, I need a 20-sided die, or in this case, a more than 20-sided die. A 30-sided die? Do they make those? Probably. Somebody does. Anyway, so as you can see, Paris fell a few turns ago. I was completely unable to stop this wall of German tanks. He built up 13 German tanks over time and then just kept plowing through with them. And every time I was never in a position to be able to attack them, so I wasn't able, other than the beginning of his onslaught. So they just absorbed all of my French hits when they went from Belgium to Picardy and then into Paris. They just basically absorbed everything. And then the Americans are here in barely here in Spain and barely here in not barely, but they're here in Marseille. But the Austrians are over there. The Austrians took out we had a huge naval battle. Austrians keep building battleships. I whittled them down to, I think it was 5 or 6, no, probably more like 8 battleships. I think it was 8 battleships or something like that. They were damaged, but I didn't have enough to go in there without just sending my British ships and American ships to suicide. And the writing's on the wall. They're going to take Marseille, then they'll have access to the mines there. Germany started feeling confident in building a navy again. Britain attempted to do a little invasion of Kiel, but I don't know what it is, man, but I went in there with 3 transports, and he rolled 3 separate dice and knocked out all the transports. My luck with mines has been cursed this whole game. It has been sickening. So yeah, Britain's like this, unable to, just because of the sheer amount of artillery that have been on the Western Front. Our economy is like this right now. They've just been unable to make a dent in France. And the funny thing was, yesterday, the beginning of yesterday, he said he was at the point of conceding. He thought he was about to, and we kept playing, and tide just totally turned in his favor. The fact that Italy has been out of the game for so long, as well as Russia, that made a huge impact. And Britain had to go full in against the Ottomans for a while, and we played because I could have conceded a couple turns ago, but I wanted to see a little bit of how Constantinople would pan out. He kept building in Constantinople. He brought a few Austrian infantry over here to help out, and that helped him out. And I would probably be able, with the momentum I have going, I would probably be able to take Constantinople. But the question is, would I be able to hold it and be able to move into southeastern Europe here? That's the question. And I don't think I would be able to, because in this game, if you capture the capitals and stuff, you can't build in the capitals. You still have to build in your capital, or Britain builds in India, but you don't get to build in a captured capital. I got some British units here up in Livonia. He's got Germans on the way to counter them. But yeah, so just doing a little flyover. I conceded after Britain's turn. He was talking about pausing and just resuming, but it basically, at this point, especially with the German tanks over here and the Austrian navy, at this point it would just be an exercise in futility. So, congratulations, Rick. I thought I had you on the ropes for a few turns, but things change in your favor. Our constant changing of strategies eventually resulted in your success. So, congratulations, Rick. I had a hell of a time playing this game. A lot of fun, even with the stopping and starting that we had. This game is great. I think it's awesome. There, obviously, as we've played it, there were a few things that we realized we were playing incorrectly, but nothing crazy to the point of illegitimizing anything. But now that we've played this, we're definitely both excited to do our next game of this, but we're going to switch gears and we're going to do a game of global 40 or 42 somewhat soon, and we might meet up in person for that. So I won't have recap videos, but maybe I'll do a couple videos of just going over the process of it. And just doing quick little recaps over the couple of days we'll play or something like that. So that might be something that happens. Who knows? Even though he has a giant map printed of 1914 here, the Western Front was still still very crowded for him, and he had to actually put units in Sahara. So he's asked me, and I will make him one of these side maps. Whether I make one of these cigar box income trackers for him, we'll see, because I got to get one of the cigar boxes. But yeah, as you can see, he's got a good pipeline of stuff coming in down the coast here. And yeah, no, I'm kind of running in circles at this point, but it was a great game. But I'm also very happy to be done with it, because it has been exhausting to play this game. It's a wonderful meat grinder. I think the out-of-box rules with this game, there's a few like flaws with it. The initial game, if you get it, it doesn't come with enough pieces. You get just enough German infantry for Germany's setup, little things like that. But I think the problems with this game, and the fact that they never made a second edition, that was part of what really encouraged me to start customizing things. I got a bunch of 3D printed tanks from Historical Board Gaming to use for this game, but I haven't painted them yet. So hopefully by the next time we play this, I'll have those painted. I'm not gonna do anything fancy. I just want to make them the matching colors. I know some people have like the really decked out tanks that have they look exactly like how they would have looked or whatever, but I'm not really interested in that. I just want game pieces, and I just want them to match the colors. It's easier for people to look at that way, and I don't want to appeal. I want to appeal to my friends as well with this. I don't want to appeal solely to historical war Puritans and whatnot. But anyway, point being, I'm going on long enough with this, but had a blast. We'll change gears and do some 1940 or 42 sometime soon, and yeah, we'll go from there. So without further ado, after 21 rounds, almost a full 21 rounds of playing this game, that is a conclusion to our game of Axis and Allies 1914. So until next time, roll the dice better. The dice I have over here, all these dice, roll these better. Yeah, I got this other little cart here, and I have my cup holder. I roll the dice on that so I don't end up screwing up the board. Anyway, so yeah, roll the dice better and have a blast. Take it easy, YouTube.